In 2023, the trade of second-hand passenger cars between Africa and Japan reached an all-time high, with Africans importing over 290,000 cars from Japan, worth over $1 billion. This surge comes as no surprise, as the market for used Japanese cars in Africa has witnessed significant growth in recent years. Operating in a grey area and receiving very little attention, this market has a fascinating history and complex dynamics. In this video, we explore the origins and workings of this trade, as well as its impact on the economies and societies of both regions. After the Second World War, the Japanese car industry began to recover and expand rapidly. This led to a growth in the domestic car market. As a result, the Japanese government sought to make sure that the cars on their roads were properly maintained and roadworthy. This saw the introduction of a compulsory and strict car inspection program. Every 2 years, car owners are mandated to take their car to an inspection center, where inspectors evaluate key components of the car. If the car passes the test, it will get a roadworthiness certificate. If the car fails, it will be declared unroadworthy until the necessary repairs are done. The inspection process, including all related expenses, is quite costly, with costs for a passenger car ranging from $600 to $800. New cars usually pass the first inspection, but as cars get older, it becomes increasingly difficult for them to pass. Many Japanese car owners choose not to undergo the inspection, opting instead to dispose their cars after 5 to 7 years of ownership. This trend led to the development of a grey market of foreign individuals exporting used cars from Japan. Initially, individual exporters and small-scale businesses engaged in exporting used cars. But during the 1980s and 1990s, the Japanese used car export industry underwent significant formalization and expansion. Exporters began to establish formal networks and partnerships with overseas dealers and buyers, especially in countries where demand for affordable cars was high. During the same period, car exporters began to explore opportunities in African markets. Exporters established partnerships with local dealerships and importers, facilitating the flow of used cars from Japan to various African countries. In the late 1990s and early 2000s, many African economies underwent structural reforms. Combined with an increase in commodity prices, this led to a period of rapid economic growth, which in turn resulted in higher disposable incomes and spurred a swift wave of urbanization. Many of these countries did not have public transport services that could accommodate the new and expansive urban populations. Mobility is a key aspect of human life and a necessary component of economic and social development. Equipped with their newfound wealth, Africans turned to second-hand Japanese cars as a solution to their mobility challenges. These cars were attractive to African consumers for several reasons. Although the continent had experienced rapid economic growth, it did not lead to a significant increase in average income. Brand new cars, whether manufactured locally or imported, started at around $20,000, while the average monthly income was about $200. This means that if the average person saved all their monthly income, it would take them 100 months or 8 years and 4 months to afford a new car. In contrast, used cars were much more affordable, with most averaging around $2,000 and some as low as $900. Japanese cars were also known for their high quality and reliability, making them cheaper to own and maintain. Additionally, Japan is one of the few countries that produce cars with a steering wheel on the right-hand side, aligning with the vehicle requirements in parts of Africa where the steering wheel is on the same side. The rise of the internet saw the emergence of online platforms such as B-Forward that allowed African consumers to order cars from Japan online, further increasing their accessibility to the African market. In 2023, Tanzania emerged as the top African destination for these cars, closely followed by Kenya and South Africa. These countries boast some of Africa's largest ports, including Dar es Salaam, Mombasa, and Durban, serving as hubs for distributing these cars to other countries across the continent. However, Not all these cars are distributed beyond these countries' borders. A considerable portion remains within their respective markets. Kenya and Tanzania, with their combined population of over 120 million, also represent significant markets. Conversely, South Africa, renowned for its automotive industry, has imposed strict laws barring the import or use of these cars within its borders. Consequently, South Africa serves as a distributor, with the port of Durban acting as a major hub for dispatching these cars to neighboring countries such as Lesotho and Botswana. Despite Durban being the closest port to Japan, congestion issues have prompted exporters to seek alternative routes further north, such as Beira in Mozambique and Dar es Salaam in Tanzania, for smoother transportation and distribution processes. It is impossible to overlook the impact of used Japanese cars on the African economy and society. As discussed before, these cars provide affordable private transport options for many people who may not have access to brand new cars. This improves mobility, facilitates economic activity, and enhances social integration by enabling people to travel for work, education, healthcare, and leisure activities. In a region that is heavily reliant on informal employment, Japanese used cars have supported so many African entrepreneurs in their businesses. The industry also creates employment opportunities along the entire value chain. Local car importers, mechanics, and support staff benefit from the presence of the used car market. However, it's important to consider the other side of the coin. Older cars may not meet modern emission standards, leading to increased air pollution and environmental degradation. Additionally, reliance on imported used Japanese cars may hinder the development of domestic automotive industries in Africa, limiting local manufacturing capabilities, technological innovation, and job creation opportunities within the car industry. Despite these challenges, this industry also presents several opportunities. Providing consumer finance for purchasing these cars can be a lucrative venture. Local African startups such as Move and AutoCheck Africa have made significant inroads in lowering the barriers to Africans accessing car financing. Additionally, there are opportunities in providing innovative ownership models such as rent-to-own agreements, which will lower the barrier to car ownership for many Africans. The market for used Japanese cars in Africa presents significant opportunities for economic growth and mobility enhancement. It also sheds light on the ingenuity and resilience of Africans and their determination for mobility and freedom. Additionally, it raises some important questions about Africa's position on the global value chain. Many of these cars were made using minerals extracted in Africa, only for Africa to use the money it made from these minerals to buy these cars at the end of their life cycle. That was it for this video. Thank you so much for watching until the end. If you would like to see more videos like this, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Check out the description for a link to sign up for our newsletter to get exclusive news on the videos we will be working on.